Hey guys, it's me. I just want to take you through a couple videos that will show you the ins and outs of using our new check-in system, which is Planning Center. The system is great. The things we'll be able to do with it, I think, are really, really phenomenal. And they've built the back end really well, so we can get some really good reports and stuff. So I just wanted to show you these videos so that way as we get ready to launch. Um, you are familiar at least with it. I know everything always takes some actual tinkering around, but hopefully these videos will give you a good start. And then as you have some time on Sundays between services or from home, you can sit at your computers and try this out and just kind of mess with it so that you get a good feel for how the system runs. So when you log in, check-ins.planningcenteronline.com is the website. You can also access it from, say you are in Planning Center for Serving, which all of us should be. You can actually access it from the services side. So if you see up here in the upper left-hand corner where it says Planning Center Services, if you click down, you'll see check-ins, and you can just click on that to switch over. There are three main pages to the admin side. So within this check-in system, there's like two portions. There's the admin side, and then there's the kiosk checking in side. So this video is going to focus mostly on using the admin side, which is the web-based, this stuff that you're seeing currently. The first page is the events, and this is where it's just all of our current events that we have going on that you can check into. As you can see here, this top portion is just graphs that gives you just a quick overlook of attendance and stuff like that per event. You can obviously filter down if you want to look at just Lakewood, just Arvada, Westminster, whatever. You can sort for how like if it's on a weekly, monthly, years, whatever, however you want to look at it, and it will give you key down here for all of the events. Um, so this way you can see like, oh, like here, because we were testing some things out in Highlands and Arvada that we could, um, we can see how that compares to say Lakewood or whatever, or just on a Sunday in general. One question that was asked to me was, does that mean we can get rid of the Google counting sheet? And my answer to that was actually no, because just like any software, like so say we have visitors and they fill out a visitor form or whatever, like the numbers have not matched. So even in Lakewood here, um, looking at their check-in, the numbers don't match. So like they reported they had 30 kids, but when we actually go, if we were to go under Lakewood and look at the reports, I think it would show like 28 kids were checked in. So they must have had a couple visitors or something that weren't in the system. So always, always, always do the Google spreadsheet to do a physical count and then report your numbers via the Google spreadsheet. So back to this. So this is just a graph that overviews and shows you everything. And this down here is a list of all the different events. Now, date nights, this will show all of our random ones. Engage is the youth. Anything that's the Kid Venture, that's our Sunday morning program. So Arvada, Highlands, Lakewood, Westminster, and as we launch more hubs, we'll add them in. Our MOPS, this is just a test weekly event that I put in here to use for various testing things, and transformation series, stuff like this. So, I mean, we'll add and delete things as we don't need them or use them, whatever. But this is where, like, if you're like, hey, why is the event I'm looking for not showing up? This would be the first place you'd want to go to see if it's listed, to see if it's not. And for some, if you're in the middle of something and, well, I'll do how to add an event as a separate video. I don't want to like bog this one down with doing that. But this is just the general page of like, here's all the different events. You can click on them for more information if you want. But that just has the rundown of all the basic events. This next tab, the stations tab, this is where you set up on the back end how you want the kiosks to run. Right now we only have one. Actually, right now we really don't have any templates that we're using for any stations. But it's really nice that we'll be able to, down the road, be able to change, like if we want something for Sunday kids programming versus a date night versus like a childcare event, to where it just automatically pops up different things. Here, labels. So right now, these are all default labels. If you're using a desktop with the Dymo printers, we can actually customize the type of labels we have. So the fact that like the nursery and the twos will print off two name tags, I could actually customize one and build a label specifically that says diaper bags. And that's actually one of my goals down the road, is to do that. If you're using an iPad or tablet of some sort and using the Wi-Fi printers, right now those printers, they do not have the capability to do any type of customized label. So you will just use whatever the default mode is for that printer. Um, and then themes. So this is where you can build, like, if you want a background on the check-in and stuff. For Kidventure, we're just using a solid color, mostly because I tried playing around with the logo, and just given the way we have our logo, it was just too busy for the check-in screen, and I couldn't make it opaque enough for for like a watermark or a background to where it wasn't interfering with the look of the check-in. So we just decided to go without anything for that. But we could change, like if the youth wanted to do their own theme or whatever, they are more than welcome to. And then these are the various stations that we have currently set up to, and delete this real quick. These are the various stations that we have currently set up to print. So the computers in Arvada, which we might have to fix. We have 3 computers in Arvada that have been set up as stations already. Highlands has their desktop and an iPad, and then Lakewood has their 3 iPads, and then I have my laptop, which is what I use for a lot of the testing and trying things out. So again, these are just, so if you go to start a station and it's not working, the first thing you can do is look here to say, hey, is this even listed as one? So that's that. And then this is the people screen. So this is where we can come in, and once people are checked in, when they've entered our system, this is just basically a big list of all those people. Anybody who is on the services side of Planning Center, so that means they're like in our system to, like, as this to serve or whatever, they should show up automatically over here without having been checked in here, I think. Nope, just kidding. Just kidding. They don't automatically populate over here yet until they actually get checked in, but that's okay. Not a big deal. And then these are just the people who have administrator different permissions within the realm of the check-in. So all of our hub coordinators, very high level people have the editor. That means we can add, delete, change whatever to the system. Viewers, it's basically the standard rule for a Sunday captain. It allows them to go in and check things, but they just can't change things. So they can't delete stations or add things. It just keeps everything clean and limits who can do what. So that way, if something happens, like say all of Arvada Kidventure events were to be deleted by accident, that really narrows the list of who did it. And the reality is, in the long run, it doesn't matter who did it, but it just limits just anything happening from people who may not be as familiar with the system or need to use it in such a way that would require those type of permissions. So this is just your basic admin screen. So yeah, that's it. Thanks.